Hello, beautiful. It's me, Karen, your favorite culinary nutrition educator. And I want you to know that cooking with herbs and spices can completely transform your health. Not only are many of them rich in antioxidants, have anti-inflammatory properties, but simply knowing how certain herbs and spices go together makes you a better, more confident cook. When you're confident in the kitchen, you tend to spend more time cooking than eating out, which means you're likely to eat less processed food. And as your eating habits continue to change, so too does your palate, because the less processed food you eat, the less processed food you crave, and the better home cooking tastes. So the more you'll want home cooked food. And just like that, the healthier you become. Ta-da! I'm gonna share 3 tips on herbs and spices to level up your cooking and therefore your health. 1. Think about the food you eat as you eat it. I didn't always know how important this was. In fact, I remember going to a restaurant with my friend when I was in college. I watched her take a bite of her curry chicken. She closed her eyes, she chewed it, swallowed, and then said, I taste ginger and allspice. Karen, what do you taste? I'm not thinking about the chicken, I'm just eating it. It wasn't until years later, when I was teaching myself how to cook, that I understood what my friend was doing, because I too found myself eating in restaurants, at friends' homes, closing my eyes, focusing on the taste and guessing what spices and herbs created it. I didn't always get it right in the beginning, but the more I did it, the better I became. And you can too. Anytime you cook with a new spice, make a new recipe, or eat the food other people cook, think about the flavors you're adding and tasting. And with practice, you'll become adept at identifying different spices and herbs and understanding which ones go best together. 2. Give new life to leftovers. Do you ever find yourself bored with leftovers? Of course you do. That's why it's not unusual for them to end up in the trash. To avoid wasting food and money, I can show you how to transform leftovers into a whole new dish. Let me show you how I transform my broccoli apple salad with mustard vinaigrette into a Mexican-inspired wrap with cinnamon, cumin, and cilantro. You'll see how a dish that's just, okay, can turn into a, wow, every time. 3. Swap in herbs and spices for salt, sugar, and processed flavors. For instance, to add a touch of sweetness to your tea or oatmeal or whatever you're drinking or eating, instead of adding sugar, consider adding a stick of cinnamon or a dash. You'd be surprised at just how sweet it gets the longer it sits. It'll add a lovely sweetness without the added calories or negative health effects of sugar. You can also use herbs and spices to replace salt, like cilantro or parsley, thyme, oregano, rosemary, lemon zest or lime zest, orange zest, to add brightness and acidity to your dishes. All these things add flavor and bring out the natural flavors in the dish without salt. Processed flavor replacement. Instead of relying on processed flavor enhancers like MSG, artificial flavorings, choose natural herbs and spices instead. They'll add depth and complexity to your dishes. Ginger will add spiciness without the heat. You could also consider creating your own custom blends to avoid unnecessary additives found in the pre-packaged spice mixes. You can combine cumin, chili powder, and garlic powder and have your own homemade taco seasoning. There you go, beautiful. 3 ways to level up your cooking and your health with herbs and spices. What are some of your favorite herb-spice combos? Bring your ideas to class. We can't wait to hear them. Until next time, be beautifully fed in your kitchen and beyond. Ciao.